We did it, guys. We made it through another week, and it's time for Weekend Warrior. I'm Jeff, and today, we're making this candle shelf. It's so hot. I've heard the chatter on the message board, fellas, and it sounds a little something like this. I need a cheap and easy shelf that can display all my wife's fake candles. Well, I got you covered. Here's what you're gonna need. A pallet, some stain and maybe some gloves to keep your hands clean, battery-operated candles, sawzall, miter saw, electric drill, and some sandpaper. All right, let's get into it. Let's break down the pallet. You're gonna wanna use a sawzall. If you don't have one of these, don't sweat it. You can struggle with a hammer and a crowbar. You might be asking yourself, where do I get one of those pallets? Well, a lot of your local stores are just getting rid of them, so you can always ask them. Once you got all your pieces, you're gonna wanna make them look all old, weathered, and beat up. This is a great opportunity to give the kids a hammer to play with. After you're done distressing them, take a sander and sand them down. You don't want to get yourself any splinters. Now we're moving into staining. I like to use a few different color stains, and don't worry about being sloppy. Remember, we want these to look old, worn, and weathered. After you're done staining, let them dry, then come back with the sander again and sand it down a little harder this time and get some of the natural wood grain to show through. It's time to put it together. I just take an extra piece of pallet board, put it across the back of all of them, and screw in to the backs. Also, I make sure I line it up with the shelf and it screws into the shelf. You can add these little pieces on the bottom as decoration. They're not really doing anything, but it's a nice little touch. These things go online for like 135 bucks. This is costing you next to nothing, especially if you got the pallet for free. You can now add the pallet candle shelf to your Weekend Warrior vest. I'm Jeff, and I want you to be a warrior of fun.